All right, crew, here we are, round 800 with the Sig Sauer P320-M18. Another 100 rounds through it. We're going to be shooting at the humble tree again. And I don't think I'd call it that in this one, but it definitely is humbling and it lends to that. A couple things to talk about afterwards: the Agulia ammunition, shrapnel, and then the spring placement for the guide rod spring, the recoil spring. Talk about that afterwards. Nothing too crazy today, pretty straightforward. Nice shoot. Humbling, let's just say that with that tree. And we'll see you in the outro. Enjoy. This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All firearm handling shown is performed by trained individuals in a controlled environment. Always follow the 4 rules of gun safety. Number 1, treat your firearm as if it is loaded. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Number 4, be sure of your target and what is beyond it. Comply with all local, state, and federal laws regarding firearms. Do not attempt to replicate any action seen in this video without proper training and safety measures. The creators assume no liability for misuse or unsafe practices. Hello you, welcome back to the Pew, here for the 1000 round review series of the Sig Sauer P320-M18. This is round 800. Today we're going to be shooting with Agulia 124 grain full metal jacket at a distance of 12 and 12, although I've just been shooting at 112. The target tree, because that thing, you have to be a lot more accurate, of course, with the tree, because the targets are less circumference, margin for error. You can't miss and fly off and hit a large, 2 by 1, or I should say 24 by 12 target, where you can just be flopping all over the place. So this is a more humbling and keeps me grounded so that I'm not getting overconfident. I've got to take my time with my shots. Each gun is different too, with my both eyes open. That perspective change is real. So you could see I've been hitting the pole, the post, and of course I've been spraying and praying out there in the dirt. So we're gonna get into it using the Tier 1 concealed holster, as well as the Tier 1 concealed mag caddy. I'll get these in. And the VersaCarry mag pouch. Thank you for being here. We're so close. We're at 800 now. So we got including today, 300 more rounds, and then that's it. And we can let this soldier know where he stands. Yeah, this Agulia 124 grain is definitely not subsonic, but in between subsonic and the regular gunpowder. And also the ejection patterns for all the firearms is a lot more subdued. It doesn't toss it across the planet, so I like it. And it's less recoil, less loud bang and all that stuff. So, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get more 124 grain. Not necessarily Agulia, but just in general. Your eyes and ears. Stretch. Okay. It's way high. Just below. above. I think this is going to be a minute. was shrapnel that hit me. Here we go. Back on it. That was okay. It was all right. Ejection pattern is nice, but it's still missing. Cool. I think I've got it. And it's just like, at 12 yards at least, it's just like every other firearm back in my day, and with the dominant eye open. You get the front sight just below where you want to hit, and that's where it's going to hit. It's not bad. It's not bad once you get the swing of things. Yeah, after the first, I would say first 30, the last 90, I'm sorry, the last 60 have been pretty on point, with a couple of errors here or there, a couple of stragglers. Recoil is just minimal. Ejection pattern is awesome. 124 is awesome. Oops. Come on, there you go. Come on, be there. Darn it. Come on, baby. Okay. It is what it is. I'm not too concerned with it. It just has to work itself out with practice. Need more practice. Oh yeah. With this, you have to turn the spring. Oh no, turn the spring up right. So that flat portion is sticking there. So just a little FYI. All right. Well, that was 800. It was okay. It was okay, and I accept it just because I need to take my time and practice a little bit more. When I'm just doing a fast, rapid shoot, I'm still not to that point where I can hit just one spot consistently. So just need more practice. All right, yeah, thank you so much for being here. Pick up your brass, wash your ass, stay for the outro. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and exhale. And say hi to your mom for me. All right, wrapping up. That's 800, 200 more going through. Oh yeah, a commenter mentioned that the military still uses the P320, and I looked it up. Of course, using the interwebs, and it does say that although some police, law enforcement agencies, and other law enforcement, setups have not kept with the P320, the military has. So interesting to note that that contract is still current with SIG and the military. Agulia. I've heard things about it. I looked up a little bit online on what people are saying about it. They don't like it. This guy did a shoot with Hornaday. I think it was 124, and Agulia 124. I know I didn't shoot Agulia today. I shot HSL, but I'm just making a note of this because I do have Agulia 124, 147. 147 is subsonic, and I'll have to take note of it a little bit more closely because the guy, like I said, shot Hornaday, and then he shot Agulia, and the Hornaday was nice and tight, and the grouping was nice and tight, but then the Agulia was all over the place. You have like maybe half an inch group, and then Agulia was like at least an inch and a half. So, and I don't know at what yardage, but in any case, something to take note. Also, if you have shot Agulia 115, 120, or I don't think they make 115. I think they do. But if you've ever shot Agulia ammunition, let me know what your thoughts are about it. It's made in Mexico, but it has a contract, or it's in cahoots with American Remington ammo or something like that. So I don't know what that means necessarily, but in any case, I passed that question off, see if you guys and gals have come across it. So, and then, like I said, I'll take note of it when I'm shooting it more often to see the differences. I want to combine those different types of ammunition through a firearm and see if I'm hitting any differently, because I do notice sometimes where I'm like, wait, I put the sight right on the target or where I would normally hit, and it's kind of going off in different directions. So that may be the case going on with some of the shots that I have been taking, or it's just me, don't know for sure. But if this guy is doing this, and we all know that different ammunition does have characteristics that make it do different things. So maybe that's the case, and I'm not going to beat up myself too much over it, but I still want to make the shots. So shrapnel. Now, around 27, you'll see I get hit with something, and I have noticed this on a handful of occasions that I'm getting hit from stuff as I'm shooting, and I'm like, oh, it's shrapnel hitting me. It's not called shrapnel, it's called spall, or it's called a bullet splatter. And I notice it on my vehicle after I'm done with 100 rounds or 1,000 rounds or something like that, that I have a lot of shavings from the full metal jacket, coming apart on the hit of the AR-500 steel. And you'll see in round 27, I mean, you saw, if you did watch through it, or if you didn't, go back and you'll see it. I pointed out too, I said, watch my midsection. I get hit from some of that spall, and I don't think I even hit the target. I think I maybe just glazed off the post, and the post is, it's a triangle, so it's not flat where it would come back and hit. But I don't know, physics and science and all that stuff, I'm not too sure how that takes place, but it gets shaved off and it comes back and hits me in the midsection. So I'm in a battle with all the firearms and that potential for spall. Last thing is the spring. I'm going to do a field strip of the 320. This recoil spring, you can see, I'll take it out actually. You can see that the plate here is, it's like an oval shape, and it's flat on, come on, focus. It's flat on either side here. Just a little bit. So if you put it in incorrectly, then you're not going to be able to see it. And it's pretty easy to get by, but it's just something that I noticed, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Why is the gun not, why is the slide not coming back? So I have it incorrectly. I can't pull it back. Well, I can, but it doesn't seat. You see how it's still out of battery? It's the spring, the recoil spring. So once you turn it with the flat side facing down and the opposite direction where the round part is going to be on either side, then you have a good seat. So just a little tidbit there. I found that out and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And usually you don't see that with too many other firearms, but there are differences with that recoil spring, and the 320 is one of them. And I don't know if it's different. I'd have to check again. I forget if it's for the, oh, I'll just look right now for this 320. Oh no, it's a completely different recoil spring. It's just got a plastic base. So maybe it's just for the military issue or that style. What's going on? There you go. That style are empty. Okay. Anyway, all good. Good things. Happy times. 200 more. We're almost there. Good stuff. Learning a lot about the firearm because I'm doing more research. I did my cursory stuff, you know, with the play with the slide and all that stuff. But yeah, just doing a little bit deeper dives with this, and it's nice. It's nice to be on that journey. And that's what I always talk about with all these firearms, is the journey of learning about them. And that's why I'm doing it, because I haven't shot for, man, a long time. And the rounds I have shot in the last, gosh, I'd say 15 years is, I'd say up to that point where I had been shooting, I shot more in this 1 year than I have my entire life. So it's very fun, and I'm very happy to be doing it. So again, everyone, thank you so much. Doing really well with this, and everybody commenting. I'm very, very appreciative. We will continue on. Hang on, I'm gonna get this focus back on. Okay, there we go. We'll continue on to 800, then 200. I'm sorry, 200 more after that. So during the 800 round review. So thank you again. Like, subscribe, comment, recommend, all that jazz. Not in that particular order. We'll see you tomorrow at 800. I'm sorry, not 800, 900. This was 800, 900. I'm glad I caught that right there. 照顾好自己，注意安全。900.